What's going on, gang? Welcome back to Scooter Rehab. Thank all you guys for watching the videos, liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing. It really helped me out, so I really appreciate it. All right, guys, we're jumping right into the next video. You already seen the thumbnail. You know what we got. We got a case of the METH rocket.
I'm on meth. I'm on meth.
Got one METH rocket, two METH rocket. See, can we combine both of them and make one METH rocket? So, all right, guys, I got a pile of parts that I've been gathering since I bought METH rocket number 1. METH rocket number 2 came with some parts. Check this out, guys. I'm thinking we're going to use this frame right here. This one here, guy said it had a big bore kit put into it. He said it was 80cc. I'm not sure. We're going to have to check on that. Now, the only thing I did check and make sure the engine was free. And truthfully, I don't think it has too much compression, so we might have to do a little work into that motor. But yeah, I want to take all of the plastics from this body style and put them onto this one, because this Tao Tao 50, the body plastics are like unobtainium. You can't find them, you know, so I'm not gonna waste my time. But yeah, I don't know if I just said it, but 12-inch wheel in the back on a short case, it is possible with that little skinny tire. And I have the other 12-inch wheel for the front. All right, people, let's go ahead and start with this bike. I got the other one pushed outside. What I want to do is just go ahead and strip this bike down. Now, these body plastics we're not going to be using, you know, so I got a pile of new ones over there. Well, I bet the bike is feeling really violated right now after we took all its clothes off. All right, gang, the wiring harness does not look bad. I mean, somebody glue gunned the 2 wires on here to back together. I'm really not mad at that repair. But other than that, the wiring harness looks good. All the connections on. Need to put a fuse link in this wire. No big deal. Ground's good. Except for this ground here, it just needs to be repaired, solder sticked up, heat shrink something. Now we are missing the leads here for our coil. No big dealio. I got some, we can fix that. But the tail light wires look good. The wires going to the fuel sending unit looks good. I mean, everything, even the wire for the starter solenoid, that's all good. I mean, they're not crunchy, so we got a good wiring harness. I need to go run and get a brand new battery so we can test this wiring harness, make sure everything works.
A few moments later.
All right, 2 Walmarts later and I'm back and I have no battery. So we're just going to use the jump box. Neither Walmart had the battery I wanted. The one is usually like 50 bucks after tax and everything with the trade-in. It had every battery that was higher than giraffe booty. So I went ahead and just went back to my normal eBay and I ordered these 2 batteries. It came out to 50 bucks after tax, so they'll be here in about 4 days, so oh well. So what I'm going to do now is just go ahead and oh man, I forgot to get that fuse link. Okay, well, I'm going to have to go back out there later. So I noticed one thing. We need a fuse link there, and also this starter, I don't think, or maybe the shoot, what you call this thing, the starter relay is not to this bike, because the starter has a little pigtail where you can just plug it right in, you know, to the solenoid, and the wires to the battery and the one that goes to the starter have been cut. So no big deal, just something I noticed. So I'm gonna go ahead and just strip these leads. We need to get an ignition on. I have ignition with a key somewhere for this bike. And let's rotate this thing and see what it sounds like. Well, no, let's test out the wiring harness. That's what we're here for. We just want to test the wiring harness, not worried about the engine.
One, two.
All right, I got an ignition plugged in. One we got from the salvage emporium a couple months ago, and Turn the key on and you can already hear the flasher up here just a clicking away. So I'm assuming the flashes work even though we don't have bulbs blinking. So I'll stick this one on this side. Oh, so I guess that was for this side because the flasher stopped making its noise. Alright, let's see. It blinks for the other side. I'm assuming we got bad bulbs, guys. To be expected. No big deal. We got new ones. Or fine new ones. So, see the horn? The horn is not making any noises. Let's just make sure it don't have bad connection. Because this bike has sat outside and the connections get corroded. So, take them off, put them back on. Let's check it out now. Nope. Hold on, made a little noise that time. I slapped it. See, will that help it out? Nope, so no horn action. All right, let's see, can we, oh, blinker started working. Okay, so we know all that is good. Now let me see, can I get it to rotate? And that's just checking our, making sure our starter solenoid is good. You know, like I said, we're not worried about the engine. I just want to make sure all the switches and everything are good up here, and the starter solenoid is good. Oh yeah, now these guys, these wires, I thought they went to the coil. They do not. Here's our coil wires. This one to the carburetor to the electric choke. Okay, so clarify that real quick. Alright, key is still on. Yep. Hold both brakes. My bad, guys, I shut you off. Let's see, we got any rotation? Nothing. Let's make sure the switches, kill switch is working. Oh yeah. Alright, so we got rotations. So that means the starter solenoid is good. The buttons up here on the dash is good. So I think we can't test out the light bulbs or anything, but I'm really not worried about that. That I can fix. Oh, check that out, guys. We got a good bulb over here on this side. Oh, before I touched it. Alright, let's see this bulb on this side good. It's making the noise, but I don't see no flashy. All right, guys, well, it looks like our wiring harness is in pretty good shape, so I'm just gonna not take it off yet. Let's bring in the other bike. All right, guys, I got the other bike in, the one we're going to use the frame off of, and it's looking pretty good. I'm already noticing off top that the seat mounts and the part that locks in the seat, back of the seat bucket, which I already pulled off, that's the same as this bike. The starter solenoid is in the same position, so it's already looking good for us being able to swap plastics. Actually, only plastics I'm going to be using off of this bike is right here, and maybe, yeah, just maybe the fender. So harness that and that, and pretty much you're just going to put it on here, because all the rest of the plastics that I have, I've collected over the last months and years are right here. So even got a brand new tail light to go in this thing, and let's see. Oh yeah, and the tail light actually mounts right up, so we're looking good. Looking good. Got to put the gas tank over here too. So alright, guys, let me stop talking and go ahead and bust the rest of this plastic off.
The number you have dialed is not available at present. Please leave your message after the beep. The number you have dialed is not available at present. Please leave your message after the beep.
Got the rest of the wiring harness off, the rest of the plastics off. The wiring harness is complete garbage, so I didn't be nice with it. I just cut the ends, but what I did, I kept the ends on the other side, because you do know I need a couple, and these are just nice to save on for something else, because out here in the desert they dry rot and I need them. Okay, the frames are exactly the same. When I say exactly the same, I mean except for that little oval hole there, the frames are exactly the same. So that's cool beans. We know everything is going to transfer nicely. All right guys, I'm going to get the wiring harness off and go ahead and put it on. And we got to check that motor. Let's make sure that's a big bore kit in it. You know, I'm not calling the guy a liar, but you know, I've been lied to before. So let's just do that and see what we got.
Moving on, move out the way, gotta get them going. Body slim thick, can't put it on. It's sure lost, still putting on for the things that you did.
Okay, y'all, I stopped for a second because I got nosy and went on Facebook Marketplace, because I am missing this panel right here that you see. It goes right up here on this front panel. And yeah, this guy seems to have one for 20 bucks along with a panel like this in much better condition. And he also has the correct headlight bezel. I have one, but it's not the correct one for the Speedo that goes for this body and the plastics and everything. And I don't have the one that goes for this headlight bezel. I mean, Speedo bezel. So yeah, I'm thinking, guys, what I'm going to do is just go eat some breakfast, wait for this guy to hit me back. If he don't hit me back in a few minutes, we'll keep going. But we'll just kind of let's hold off on doing anything with the headlight bezel or any of that yet. So, all right guys, I'll tap you right back in a short. It's rain and it's pouring, I should be inside snoring. All right, anyway, catch you guys up to what I have done. I went ahead and put the tail light on the bike, the gas tank, both of these brackets here, the one that holds the luggage rack and the one that locks the seat in. And that's about it. The guy just messaged me back about those parts that I was just saying I might go pick up. He still has them, so I'm just right now waiting on him to hit me back with an address, and I can run out and go grab those. But yeah, guys, I went ahead and plugged up the tail light and the fuel sending unit for the tank. And I guess now I'm gonna brave the rain again and go find the front wheel. You know, I know I should put it on after I put a piece like this on that I'm getting ready to go get, but I want it to be, you know, on wheels and rolling. This might as well just come off the table now. I'm gonna pull that plastic off and just get it off the table, because, you know, I'm done with it for now. I gotta tape up that carburetor too, well, that intake or something. I gotta do something about that. Don't want any more water getting into it. But all right guys, that's where I'm at right now. So I'm gonna go in and dry off and go get those parts. All right guys, check this out. This is why you question everything somebody tells you when you're buying something off a marketplace. Now, the gentleman I bought this bike from with the 12-inch supposedly wheels said these wheels came from this bike. He just used this wheel because some excuse he gave me, I can't remember. But yeah, he said this bike, this wheel came from this bike. There's no way possible. I'm thinking these were the original wheels, and he was trying to put 12s on it because this wheel is too wide for this triple tree. So yeah, I mean, I ain't even gotta, you know, let you guys know it's not going to work, right? So okay, no big deal. I'm not really tripping. I really wasn't hung up on the 12-inch wheels as have to be on this. I mean, truthfully, I prefer to keep them anyway. So I'm thinking I do have another one of these black 5-star like wheels, and probably we'll just put those on. You know, it's no big deal. I'll just take the back one off and go find a stock set or a different tenant set and put it on. But never trust anybody on Facebook Marketplace. All right, I'm back with the goods, guys, and I got all 3 of them from them. This front piece here was way better condition than the one over there, and just mainly because the signal lights are not painted over, and all the mount tabs, everything is there in great condition, you know. So yeah, all the mounts are in great excellent condition. So yeah, it was a no-brainer, man. I mean, and they gave it to me for the real low. So right now I'm into this build for about $100. Okay, got the wheel situation situated. Found a steel wheel that matches the steel wheel that's on the back of this bike, and it does hold air. Just need to get some paint cleaned off of it, but yeah, that's gonna work. Okay gang, quick progress report. Decided to go with these 5-star wheels instead of the steel wheels, and I went ahead and mounted the plastic on the front here. We're going to paint this on the bike right where it at. And we swapped out the triple tree. I took that one from this one and put that one to that one. So there we go. Next thing we're going to do, guys, is go ahead and sand down the speedo. We got to get this plastic visible, see-through again. So I'm gonna wet sand and clear that, and then we'll black out the rest of the plastic and just go ahead and get it on the bike. All right gang, before I get too carried away with myself, let's go ahead and pull the valve cover and the head and all that. Let's make sure we got a big bore kit, because you know, we've already picked up on some deception already. That's why you guys gotta run your VIN numbers, man. Gotta run VIN numbers before you buy bikes. I don't care if the title's in your hand, you know, run them. Just run them, run them, run them, run them. Yes. People will lie. All right, so first we get the valve cover off, and if there's a big bore kit in this sucker, we'll know right away. Because if I put a big bore kit in my bike, I'm not going to put the standard, you know, stock cam back in it. You know, I'm gonna go with an A9. So all right, let's see, do we got a performance cam? Oh, yeah, yeah. All right, let me get right into the other side. All right, things are looking good. We got an A9 cam. All right, so let's get this thing to TDC. All right, that's about good. Take that valve last. That feels okay. All right, both lobes are down. I mean, that's another way you guys can tell if you've never done this. Both of your lobes will be down and not up on the rockers here. So both lobes are down. You see the two small dots that lined up with the head. A small dot there and there's a small dot there. You know. Hey, and if you guys really want to know how to rebuild a GY6, go over there and check out @ScooterArmy. @ScooterArmy. I'll get it up here on the TV and show you guys. But all right, yeah, check out @ScooterArmy and check out Mr. Original Concept Garage. Those are my buds there. They got pretty good channels, and I think you really should check them out. Go give them a like, follow, subscribe, comment on everything you see. Now help us all out in this YouTube streets, you know what I mean? All right guys, so let me grab I need a 10 mil and my 8. Let me go ahead and get this off so we can see what that piston looks like. All right gang, excuse my broken TV. You know, I broke this a couple weeks back, and it's still working, so we're gonna keep using it. But yeah guys, go over there and check out Scooter Army, and check out the Facebook group. Join them both guys, join them both. Support Scooter Army on the Facebook and on the YouTubes. And also check out Mr. Original Concept Garage. Come on over there, give him a subscribe and a like. And also go check out Mr. Burke Kellerman 7199. Burke is the one that's going to be helping me with the derby, the Atlantis build. So go over to his channel guys, give him a subscribe, a like, follow, all of that good things. All right, so let's get back to the build. Well guys, I'm surprised. Check it out, we do have a bore kit in this thing now. My caliper is broken, so I'm not even going to guess what size piston that is. You know, they call them 100 cc's and 80 cc's, but with the stock crank, that's just not true. But has the matching head to go with it, so all right, cool beans. But I do see something I don't like. There go that plug right there, the little 4 or 3 prong spark plug. Guys, that is a gimmick. Do not buy any high performance parts from Amazon. You know what I'm saying? Especially not the orange plugs, the CDIs. Like I say, this orange one is not so bad. You know, they either work good or they don't work good at all. The blue ones, definitely stay away from those blue ones. So I'm gonna yank this spark plug, guys. I'm gonna yank it out of there. I already got the head gasket hanging up on the rack. I got some head gasket in the can on it, just letting that dry, and we're gonna slap this back together, and then we're gonna see when we fire this thing up, man. Okay, got the head gasket back on now. It's dry. So now what I did right while I was waiting for that thing to dry, I went ahead and opened up the intake for the carb a little bit, you know, kind of port matched it. Nothing drastic, you just open it up a little bit. All right, gang, I'm gonna show you guys how to clean up your speedo or your headlights, any clear plastic that's gone foggy. I'm gonna show you guys how to clear that up real quick. Inside this old dirty 409 bottle, I have just soap and water. That's all it is. So we're gonna wet sand this. I don't know if the bottle still works. It's been a while. Oh, there we go. Yeah, just wet it up. That's all you got to do. And I have a piece of 600 sandpaper here, and that's all you got to do is just wet sand the fogginess off, you know. And then once you do that, it's gonna be foggy still. Oh, my bad, gang. The GoPro died on me in mid-speech. So all right, like I was saying, just get the speedo wet, and then I hit it with some 600. Now it's still going to be foggy when you're done. There ain't barely anything in this bottle. It's still going to be a little foggy when you're done. That's when you just clear it, you know, and then it'll all just come clear again. So hopefully GoPro will stay on. I got it plugged up to the wall, so essentially I'm plugged in right now because I got the chest harness on. All right, yeah. That's all you want to do. Make sure you get the whole thing, and if you can, try to catch down around the edges like that, you know, around these little edges. If you don't, it'll show and won't be as clear around the edges. Okay, gang, now I took my air compressor and blew out around the speedo. Just want to make sure you do that so, you know, no water comes back out as you're trying to paint something and ruin your day, you know. So all right, I was gonna run a couple light coats with the clear, and you'll see it start to clear up really nice. All right, see, just one little pass, and we're gonna let that cue up and dry, and you already can see through it a whole lot better. Now this plastic is yellowed. It's yellowed really bad, so basically it's tinted yellow from the sun. But you know what, the job, you know, the mission is to make it clear where you can read it, and you definitely can read that now. So I'm gonna just let this dry for what, 10-15 minutes, and I'll give it another layer. In total I'm gonna give it 3 layers, and then I'll pull it out and do the rest of this thing in black. But I'm probably not gonna lay down the paint for it until tomorrow because it's really humid right now. All right, gang, it's time to get back to the METH ROCKET. I think where we left off is we needed to go get some fuel. I got fuel. I'm pretty sure I think I finished up the fuel system. It looks complete, vacuum lines and everything. So let's just jump right into it. I got a brand new battery for this thing here, you know, a Power Sport, all straight off of eBay. Got 2 of them for 50 bucks. Used to be 40 bucks. But yeah, I went ahead and threw one inside of the Killer Bee over here. So that's all taken care of. So let's just get this plastic that I just laid back up here off, and put some fuel in it and see will it run. Okay, gang, got the battery in. I'm not sure what all we did to this bike, but I know we plumbed the fuel line in and got the electrical on. I don't know if I showed you guys that the signals are working. Tail light works. So Yeah, I mean, even the brake light works, man. So yeah, this bike is, the wiring harness is good. So we made a good choice there by switching and not trying to patch that other crap up. But yes, it is all to the good. So now I'm just gonna turn that off. Let's go ahead and get some fuel in this thing and see, can we get it to pop off? All right, got about a half a gallon in the tank, so let me get my mouth vacuum port on the vacuum line and see, can we fill this filter up. All right, I think the bowl is full now, so what'll I do with the key? All right, got a little can of brake clean just in case it needs a little bit of assistance cranking up. So let's go ahead and hit the button, and it does nothing. Oh. Maybe if you turn the switch on, it'll do it. So all right, let's see what this thing just bust off. Turn that signal off. I don't know if the accelerator pump works or not, but I see a little fuel. I don't know where that's coming from. All right, our accelerator pump is not working, so I am going to have to go ahead and ultrasonic clean this carburetor. And let me look at all my wiring and make sure we're good, and probably pull that spark plug real quick. Okay, we're getting excellent spark. I stuck this old 3-prong spark plug I pulled out of this motor because guys, don't buy these things, they are junk, but it's good enough to test spark. So you can see that we're getting excellent spark. All right, let me pull a valve cover and check my TDC and my valves and make sure everything is good. All right guys, I'm going to be using 3/1000ths of an inch, 0.003 on the intake side, and 0.004 4/1000ths of an inch on the exhaust side. Alrighty, valves are adjusted. Just gonna go ahead and throw the valve cover back on. Make sure I get my ground. I have a tendency of forgetting that ground on the head. So, all right, slap these bolts back in and let's go give it a whirl all over again. All right, turn the key back on and let's bring the thunder. Now, I don't know if you guys can see that, but my carburetor is spraying. All right, guys, so we definitely having a carburetor issue. All right, let's go ahead and just pull this thing off and let's fire up the old ultrasonic cleaner. All right, gang, got the carburetor off, and just for the love of S&Gs, I want to see will it fire up with just a little bit of this carb cleaner in there, or brake clean. Not much. Just want to see what it bark. All right, so that confirms that we have a plugged up carburetor. It's probably the pilot jet. So I'm gonna dump the fuel out of this thing somewhere environmentally safe, and let's go ahead and get it apart. Well, don't I feel like boo-boo the fool, guys? I could have swore I took this carburetor off and looked inside of it, but yeah, I want to tell me what you see missing, what's not there, probably why it's not running. Yeah, there's no jets in here at all. I mean, I swore I took it off. And accelerator pump pumps from this end, so the pump is good. Well, the diaphragm on the pump is good. See, it's got to blow up through there, make sure it's good. But man, check that out. I don't remember taking the jets out of this carburetor. Then again, I don't remember even taking the carburetor off. So, oh well, let's take care of that. If that's the only problem, that's no big deal. Okay, guys, I went into my stash and I found this carb, which is really clean on the inside. I do not remember what the heck it come off of, so I probably need to start labeling things, whether they were good, did they leak, which it might, because most of the carbs in my stash do leak. All right, gonna go ahead and disassemble the carburetor, get all its metal bits off and in the bag. Now, dealing with the ultrasonic cleaner like the one I have here, or any of them that use heat, you don't want to put any plastic or rubber bits in there like the gasket for the bowl, because they will swell almost twice their size and be unusable. All right, got the carb all disassembled and all its metal bits in a bag, and all the rubber is here, stuff that I can't put inside the ultrasonic cleaner. And I went ahead and disassembled that other carb that came off of it, the one that was missing jets, and decided to go ahead and throw some jets that I had over here in my carburetor jet box. You know, some old dirty ones that I pulled out, and what better time to get them cleaned than when I'm using the ultrasonic cleaner, you know? Okay, I got both carburetors sitting in the ultrasonic cleaner baking for a second before we turn it on. Now I went ahead and picked out the best body flarings for the bike. We just have one that needs to be fixed, but that's no big deal. Now, the color scheme on the bike, we're just going to stick with the green there. So I got a can of Krylon Jungle Green. And you know my favorite dark gray. I use it almost on everything. But yeah, guys, keeping it simple. Alright, gang, got the new carburetor on. And it's mostly hooked up. I hadn't hooked up the throttle cable yet, but we don't need it right now. So we just want to hear it run. So let's see, switch on. I think that's switch on. And power. Come on, come on. Alright, well, we got a runner, guys. Let it warm up for a second, we'll give it a little bit of throttle. Alright, it's been running about, I want to say 4 or 5 minutes now, and valve chatter is non-existent. Sounds pretty good, idles really well. So, see if we can get a little gas now. Alright, sounds really good. Go ahead and shut it off. Alright, well, sounds really good, guys. Got a little smoke coming out the tailpipe, and that's probably from the lubrication I sprayed in the cylinder when I first got it. So it's just burning off, no big dealio. But yeah, guys, I mean, pleased to be at this point right now. So you can see I already started putting some of the body plastics on, and as true to form of anything out the desert, you know, after it sits in the sun for so long, they kind of don't match up, line up like they used to, you know. But it's all good, man. So alright, guys, I guess I come back out here in the morning and we're just gonna go ahead and just finish the body panels, you know. I want to go ahead and get through this pile under here, get it all painted and get it on, then we'll take a test drive. Boy, isn't that just starting to look pretty? Yeah, from about 50 feet. Guys, check this out. Just because the parts bike that you got or the parts that you bought look just like the parts for the bike that you need, don't mean they gonna fit, you know. Now these Honda Dio knockoffs, you know, the Chinese versions, they are made by several different companies, and each company has different specs. So case in point, that mount there, yeah, they're bolted together, but look at the gap it creates. They're just in the wrong position. They don't line up right and well. Alright, guys, but fortunately the potential buyer for this bike, he backed out because me and him had a conversation, and he told me the reason he wanted the scooter was because his car was broke. Well, I asked the question, and why was it broke, and he told me, and I was like, dude, I could have just fixed your car. So that's what we did. You know, he paid me to fix the car. Pretty much he paid me a little bit more, and he was going to pay me to fix this, and it's a win for both of us, you know. I got to make full profit, and he got his car fixed and is back on the road. So that leaves us with a METH ROCKET with body panels that don't line up and don't match. So what are we going to do with it? Well, quite frankly, what I'm going to do with it is get it off my table. You know what I'm saying? For right now. Because, guys, I already didn't want to, you know, give it to him with body panels looking like this. He didn't care. He just needed a ride to work, and I fully understand that. But for me, I can't do it, guys. I can't put my seal of approval on this and push it out and let somebody ride down the street and say they got it from me. You know, no, I'm not going to do it. So guys, what we're going to do is we're just going to pull the METH ROCKET off the table and stash it away for later. just be on the hunt for a complete body kit, or actually just all we really need is a floorboard and a leg shield that will match these panels, you know, because everything else kind of fits good. That's all we really need to do. So I'm not going to rush and put this thing out to somebody. Next thing you know, I see them riding down the street and, you know, panels flopping in the wind, missing, whatever. So we're not going to do that. So all right, guys, just going to go ahead and I guess let the table down. Let's at least take it on a test drive before we go shove it in the corner of a tarp. All right. All right, guys, to be honest, man, this bike actually doesn't look that bad, even close up, even though the panels don't line up, match, or have the same mounting holes or position, you know, because right now there is a whole lot worse on Marketplace and OfferUp for a whole lot more than I'm asking for this bike. So, all right, whatever, let's go hit this ride. Turn this thing on real quick, get you guys mounted. All right, start first time, right? I mean, it's not a bad bike. Headlights work, signals work. You just got to get the right floorboard and leg shield. You know, tail light works. I mean, all right, guys, I'll see you in the alley. Well, there wasn't a bad run, but for now we just gonna park it and tarp it. Well, it did okay for a top speed, guys. Got what, 38 miles per hour, if you can see that. Well, that's with a stock CVT case and a stock carburetor, but still, that's respectable, you know, not too shabby. All right, guys, well, check it out. You guys wanted me to get back to Chuck Bagger or the Chuckopolitan. Well, the Chuckopolitan's up next. Why are people always calling me in the middle of my videos, man? What do you want? Yeah. Well, I opted to go with the Chuckopolitan because right now it makes more sense for my pockets. You know, all we need for the Chuckopolitan is a gas tank and a good carburetor. So, yep. The old Chuckopolitan is back up on the stand, guys, and I promise you the very one after the Chuckopolitan will be Chuck Bagger. It's coming back. He's not too far from the gate. You can see that big old 16-inch wheel right there. So, all right, guys, well, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you want to, join the Scooter Rehab Facebook group. And you also can join the Scooter Rehab YouTube channel. You know, support me a little bit. Help me get these projects done, because everything right now is coming out of my pockets. And that's why I don't have videos like every week, you know, on a consistent basis, because I got to raise children at the same time. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one right here on the Chuckopolitan.